Hello and welcome to my 221 Introduction to Policing vlog. Today I will talk about the issues surrounding the use of police stop and search. As stated by the Metropolitan Police 2021, stop and search is an investigative tool used by police officers across England and Wales, and the aim is to protect the public, to tackle crime and to keep the streets safe. The technique has been in place since the late 1980s, and the power given to these police officers comes under Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984. The power includes the right for police officers to stop and search any individual as long as they have reasonable grounds to do so. Reasonable grounds include the suspicion of possession of drugs, stolen property, and any weapon or object that could potentially be used to commit a crime. However, there is a power where police officers can conduct a stop and search without reasonable grounds. The power comes under Section 60 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994. Although only the police rank of inspector or above can give authorization for a Section 60 order to take place, the inspector must truly believe that an incident involving serious violence has taken place in his or her police area, a dangerous instrument or offensive weapon used in an incident is being carried in any locality in his or her police area by a person, that persons are carrying dangerous instruments or an offensive weapon in any locality in his or her police area without good reason. In the year ending March 2021, there was a 24% increase in the number of searches, with a result of 695,000 searches being conducted. However, the arrest rate of this figure was 79,000, resulting in an arrest rate of 11%. Liberty Human Rights stated that police stop and search was one of the most used, controversial and most criticised police power. Waddington et al. Claim that over the years, allegations have been made that the discretion afforded by this power is misused by police officers across England and Wales. This is done by selectively targeting members of the public, in particular ethnic minorities. Between 2019 to 2020, there were 6 stop and searches for every 1,000 white person. However, for every 1,000 black person, 54 were stopped and searched. Here are some figures to highlight the racial difference in stop and search. Black people were 5.7 times more likely to have force used against them. Officers were more than 9 times more likely to have drawn their tasers on black people than white. Black people were 8 times more likely to be completely handcuffed, and black people were over 3 times more likely to have a spit and bite guard used on them. As quoted by Bowling and Phillips 2007, nothing has been more damaging to the relationship between the police and the black community than the ill-judged use of stop and search powers. For young black men in particular, the humiliating experience of being repeatedly stopped and searched is a sad fact of life, in some parts of London at least. It is hardly surprising that those on the receiving end of this treatment should develop hostile attitudes towards the police. The right to walk the streets is a fundamental one, and one that is quite rightly jealously guarded. Race is not, however, the only issue when it comes to police stop and search and how police officers select individuals. Age is also a stereotype that can be seen as a pattern. In the 4 years leading up to March 2019, more than 9,000 children and young people were stopped and searched by police officers, including children as young as 7 in both North and South Wales. Less than a tenth of those were arrested. The argument against stopping and searching children is that it is profoundly disturbing. However, police argue that it can protect them and others from serious harm. In the South Wales Police area, the rate of children being stopped and searched between March 2018 and March 2019 had risen by 56%. In one force in South Wales, 562 children were searched, but none of those searches resulted in an arrest. The Met Police state how even though the criminal responsibility age is 10 years old, the police have the power to stop and search any person of any age, and there is no requirement for an appropriate adult to be present. In cases where a child over the age of 10 is searched and illegal items are found, the child will not be automatically seen or treated as a victim. However, if a child under 10 years old is searched and illegal items are found, the child should be seen and treated as an exploited victim rather than an offender. A parent or guardian must be notified when a child under the age of 10 is stopped and searched. If the police do not give reasoning for the difference in figures, it could affect both the public and the police in a very negative way. The aim of the police is to protect. However, if some individuals feel as if they are being attacked and targeted more than protected, this could have numerous negative impacts. Individuals may lose confidence and trust in the police, which would result in those same individuals not reporting if they were a victim of crime, as they would not see police officers as protectors, but more so as oppressors. Unreported crimes have always been a problem. There are numerous reasons individuals do not report crimes. These reasons include not enough offenders being brought to justice, investigations take too long and some individuals want to move on with their lives, some simply may not be aware that they have been a victim of crime, and some may not see the crime as worth involving the police. Victim support claim that 60% of crimes go unreported. With more individuals not wanting to report crimes, the rate of criminal activity will fall. However, as stated, this could all be a reason of people not speaking up. If more crimes go unreported, it will allow offenders to continue to break the law. It may increase the criminals, thus increasing victims across England and Wales. The disproportionate use of stop and search could be jeopardising the police's aims and goals. In conclusion, it is evident that there are many patterns that support bias in the selection of individuals in police stop and search. Figures showing the difference between white compared to black people being selected, to the numerous amount of young people being stopped and searched. However, if the police use the power in the right and fair way, it may increase the levels of arrests and truly become a fundamental and essential police power. It may positively protect the public, tackle crime, and keep the streets safe. Here are all references that were used in order to provide evidence and information throughout this vlog. Thank you for listening.